Hello everyone, it's me, John Not Woodman, the CEO of King for a Day Tournament Enterprises. What's that you say? Didn't I just get arrested for conspiracy to commit murder? Ha ha ha. Well, let's just say that we've got a pretty good legal team over here. The King for Another Day tournament is almost upon us, and I want to give you a one-stop shop for all the information you could want on the event, so you can choose your character with confidence. Let's begin. First, let me explain what the King for Another Day tournament is all about. In this event, you, the audience, will choose which of 32 characters or teams of characters takes over the SiIvaGunner channel for one day. Each character has a specific set of sources that the rips of their takeover will be themed around. This time around, the tournament bracket is in a double elimination format. This means that a character who loses in the top bracket will drop to the bottom bracket and has to lose another match in order to drop out completely. In the event of a rematch, we'll also swap characters with the other side of the bracket to keep things interesting. Once the final four is reached, all bets are off. The tournament moves to a single elimination format at this time. Be prepared. During the tournament, we'll also be uploading a huge original soundtrack. There are over 200 original tracks themed around our various fighters and featuring some monumental special guests. Also, our companion site, The Mojo, will be featuring interviews with the fighters during the tournament, conducted by my good friend Meowth. Check out the site to get to know our cast better. Speaking of the cast, it's time for you to meet them. I'd stay and help, but I've got to fill out some legal paperwork. I'll turn it over to our regular narrator for now. See you on the other side.
Thanks, John. The reincarnated mechanical master of memes, Metal Ajit Pai, snapped by Thanos in the first tournament, Ajit Pai is back in mecha form, featuring rips with Ajit Pai related memes, such as the Harlem Shake and the Reese's Puffs rap. Eat 'em up. Mecha related rips, such as stuff from Evangelion and Gurren Lagann. And rips featuring latency or slow internet, like the Brawl online practice stage. The great Star Warrior, Geno. This puppet-turned-hero is back once more for a rematch, and now features rips with songs composed by Yoko Shimomura, like music from the Kingdom Hearts series or Street Fighter II, and rips featuring music from Super Mario RPG, like the song you're hearing right now, and the Paper Mario and Mario & Luigi series. It's also worth mentioning that songs composed by Yoko Shimomura would include that tribute to XXXTentacion that everyone talks about. Just food for thought. The hit Cephalopop sensation, Off the Hook, once again featuring their special guest star, Paruko. We just recently added arrangements done in a Splatoon style to their source list, and here's a great example of that playing right now by very, very special guest, Johnny Atma. In addition, they get rips featuring songs from the Splatoon franchise, including God of Ink, which is definitely from Splatoon 2. The king of polka himself, Weird Al Yankovic, the parodic master, and his stand, Beat It, make a mockery of their opponents, with rips featuring songs Weird Al has composed or parodied, and rips featuring music by Michael Jackson, including music from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which, as we all know, was composed entirely by Michael Jackson all by himself. Also, just because Weird Al has a stando does not mean that he gets rips from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Dr. Piccolo has that, but that's in about 19 more characters. In round 1, Weird Al Yankovic will face Geno. Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull, and his new backing band, Popoy and Marcianito, the Aliens. Dale! These masters of Latin rhythms bring you rips featuring songs by Pitbull, or songs he features on, Antonio Rios, and El Chambo. By the way, did you know that El Chambo, the guy who made Dame Tu Cosita, also made Chacarron Macaron? Cause, wow, I sure didn't. They also get rips featuring any cumbia, or reggaeton, or 2000s Latin pop music, which I would say the cutoff for that is 2009. The most popular executives on the planet, Nintendo Power. Made of former CEO Reggie Fils-Aimé and his perpetually threatened collaborator Bill Trinan. This duo features rips from the Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, Wii, excluding Wii Music, Fire Emblem, and Xenoblade franchises. They also get rips featuring music from Nintendo system software and presentations like Nintendo Directs. This includes the song Spotted from Yokai Watch, since it's the song that plays during the skit when we learned of Bill's very special donut habit. The Galaxy Defenders, Men in Black. Agent J, played by Will Smith, and Howard the Alien have teamed up to give you rips featuring aliens, such as music from the Metroid series, or this Earthbound battle theme that you're hearing right now. Rips related to Will Smith, such as stuff related to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And rips featuring music by Lil Uzi Vert. The drunken Dojin master, Zoom, the magical veteran with a trumpet, brings sources like songs composed by Zoom, rips featuring music related to the Toho franchise, including fan projects, such as Hate Not the Wind Spring Blossoms, Eternal Wind, rips related to alcohol, like You Was at the Club, and rips featuring music from games in the bullet hell genre. It's worth noting that I mean games in the actual bullet hell genre of shmups, and not just any game that has bullet hell elements. Or what I'm trying to say is, no Undertale! The inevitable Thanos. Now the new head of Disney's public relations, which gives him rips from the Disney animated canon. Which, by the way, that's a pretty loose description of the source. Basically any of Disney's animated films, or anything in like the Mickey Mouse universe. You know, go wild. He also gets music from related media to that, so if you want rips from DuckTales for NES, vote for Thanos. In addition, he also gets music from any Walt Disney Pictures and Pixar movies, music from Disney theme parks, music from Star Wars, Fireflies by Owl City, and, of course, rips featuring music from Marvel properties, which, by the way, that includes the licensed music in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks. I'm working on a cover of The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. I think it's gonna be pretty good. The rambunctious conmen, Wario Partners LLP. Wario's flair for business and Waluigi's mischievous plans are accompanied by rips featuring music from the Wario games and their direct antecedents, the Mario Land games. And also rips from other Mario spin-offs, excluding Super Mario RPG and its descendants, since Geno gets those. They do get Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle though. Even stuff like Fortune Street or the Mario and Sonic series applies, though keep in mind that if they were originally from other games that don't qualify for this source list, it's not a really good fit for Wario. And of course, like all characters, rips simply about Wario or Waluigi are cool too. The Masked Warrior with an Attitude, King Dedede. This superstar warrior is ready to clobber everyone he's up against with rips featuring boss themes and other songs from the Kirby series, such as Moonstruck Blossom or the Kirby Right Back At Ya theme song.
He's the star of the show.
In round 1, King Dedede will face Off the Hook featuring Paruko. The surreptitious mercenary of Foxhound, Solid Snake. The silent, sneaky, and stylish veteran's sources include rips from any franchise Hideo Kojima has worked on. Well, more or less anyway. I've had some people ask me if he gets the Mega Man franchise just because he played a small coordination role between Capcom and Konami on Battle Network 5 and 6 that I can't even find out any details about. Konami? It doesn't even seem like Konami worked on those games, but also it does. I don't know. I spent a long time researching the credits for this entry. Look, he doesn't get the Mega Man franchise, but he does get Castlevania because Hideo Kojima directed a Castlevania game. Basically, if he was hands-on involved in the creative process, it works. What he does also get, though, is box-related rips, like music from Box Boy. In round 1, Solid Snake will face Pitbull and the Aliens. The bustling Tokyo Toe's very own Ronin of the Radio, DJ Professor K. He returns with his funky, fresh beats, including rips featuring music by or in the style of Hideki Naganuma, which includes Sonic Rush. Also, Sonic Rush Adventure, even though he didn't work on it, it sure is an attempt to be in his style. The Sonic Rush games may be the only Sonic games he gets, but aside from the Sonic and Puyo Puyo series, he also gets rips featuring music from any Sega game. I've been asked if he also would get BIOS music from Sega consoles, like the Sega CD startup music, for example, and I'd say, sure, why not? Also, I've been asked if he gets licensed music from Crazy Taxi, and all I gotta say to that is, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey there! How are you enjoying the presentation so far? That's all the returning fighters. But before we move on to the new challengers, let's have a brief word from our sponsors!
Hello. As you may have noticed in the previous 9 words, I am not Hinchy. Hinchy was abducted by aliens. Nevertheless, we must press forward with the sources for the newcomers in the King for Another Day tournament. Let us begin. The silent but quite capable android, Quote. With Polar Star in hand, he brings rips featuring music from games developed by Studio Pixel, such as Ika-chan. Rips related to franchises published by Nicalis, like and rips featuring music from classic indie platformers published in 2010 or earlier.
In round 1, Quote will face Zune.
The favorite son with the voice to match, Adam Levine! He'll be serenading his fresh new audience with rips related to Maroon 5 or to current and former members of Maroon 5, such as Square and Phantom Planet, and rips featuring 90s alternative rock music, such as songs by Pearl Jam or the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The original ladies' man, Johnny Bravo! This blonde bachelor is out to woe the voters with his sources of rips featuring music from Cartoon Network original properties, such as Johnny Bravo and Adventure Time. Rips featuring music from Hanna-Barbera shows that have aired on Cartoon Network, excluding the Flintstones and the Jetsons. It is also okay to use rips featuring licensed music used in Cartoon Network shows.
In round 1, Johnny Bravo will face Wario Partners LLP.
The money-craving crustacean, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs! The miserly entrepreneur behind Bikini Bottom's favorite restaurant makes his big-time debut with rips related to the SpongeBob SquarePants franchise, such as Electric Zoo and Gary Come Home. Pirate-themed rips, like songs by Ailstorm, rips related to crabs, and rips related to money. The face of City Pop, Mariya Takeuchi! Recommended to you. She has a variety of funky sources coming up next, such as rips featuring music by Mariya Takeuchi, her husband, Tatsuro Yamashita, and rips related to and in the genres of city pop, such as rips by artists like Junko Ohashi and Miki Matsubara, and future funk. The diabolical, dastardly master of machines, Dr. Robotnik! The wannabe dictator of Mobius fires away with rips featuring music from any Sonic cartoon before Sonic X. Rips featuring music from any Sonic game on a Sega console, which does include Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. Rips featuring music from the Pusho Pusho series. And classic-style YouTube poop or edits that feature Dr. Robotnik. This does include both rips utilizing existing well-known samples of the genre and original stuff.
In round 1, Dr. Robotnik will face Mr. Krabs.
The metallic overlords of French touch, Daft Punk! With their friend and collaborator Pharrell Williams along, this funky trio has rips featuring music by Daft Punk, rips featuring music by Pharrell Williams or Nerd, or music that includes Pharrell Williams as a feature, rips featuring vocoded vocals, rips related to the Despicable Me franchise, and rips featuring music by artists signed to Ed Banger Records, and other songs in the French touch genre, such as Justice's Waters of Nazareth.
In round 1, Daft Punk featuring Pharrell will face Men in Black.
The brand new head of the Royal Guard, Papyrus! The spaghetti-loving skeleton proudly presents rips featuring Papyrus himself, such as Nyahaha, Bone Trousel, The Dating Series, and Snowden. Rips featuring music from puzzle games. Rips featuring music related to skeletons. And rips related to pasta. It is an important note that no Undertale! Sorry gamers, no gaming videos this week. It's the fantastic rocker Jack Black and his awesome pal from Sesame Street, Elmo! The duo shaped their sources by featuring YTPMVs of Jack Black, especially clips of his appearances on Sesame Street. As with Dr. Robotnik, the rips could be YTPMVs themselves, or they could feature sources from established YTPMVs, such as the glorious Octagon collab, or Jack Black danced like a butterfly. The sources also include rips featuring music from Sesame Street and the Muppets, rips featuring music by Tenacious D or otherwise related to Jack Black, such as Mr. Saxaboom, and rips related to edutainment games like Brain Age or Mario's Time Machine. The physician on a mission, Dr. Piccolo! The master of medication has arrived to ensure you get your daily dose. He'll be prescribing you rips related to medical practices, such as rips from games like Trauma Center and the song Witch Doctor, rips featuring Green and Purple by Critical, and rips featuring music from anything related to Shonen Jump, like My Hero Academia and Jojo.
In round 1, Dr. Piccolo will face Thanos.
The demonic duo ready to cause some trouble, Jack Brothers! Jack Frost and Mothman will make sure that everyone's dancing all night, with rips featuring music from games developed or published by Atlus, such as songs from the Megami Tensei series, songs from Etrian Odyssey, Power Instinct, and Catherine, and Blazion. Jack Bros also gets all the music from the Persona anime and movies, and everything from the special arrangement albums released by Atlus.
In round 1, Jack Brothers will face Mariya Takeuchi.
The most magnificent mixer, HOBaRT! This state-of-the-art appliance, with its hyper-operative baking and ripping technology, brings an interesting mix of sources, including rips featuring music related to or from Australia, like the national anthem of Australia, Down Under, by Men at Work. Rips featuring cooking, food-related music, or non-alcoholic drinks, such as Cooking by the Book from LazyTown, songs from Cooking Mama, and songs from food-related games, such as the Burger King games and the Cheeto games on SNES. Rips featuring HOBaRT, such as HOBaRT Drive by Jerry Galleries, and rips featuring music by Lil Jon. It is important to note that HOBaRT does not get rips related to cannibalism, because humans are not food.
In round 1, HOBaRT will face Nintendo Power.
The Immaculate Beatmakers RhythmNo Tatsujin, also known as the Rhythm Masters! This duo made of energetic girl Hakuko and taiko enthusiast Don-chan brings rips featuring music from rhythm games like Dreams of Our Generation, Brain Power, and Freedom Dive, and rips featuring music by artists with frequent appearances in rhythm games, like songs by Camellia, Shinji Hosoe, or T. Pazilite. Their source list also includes songs closely associated to rhythm games, like Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force, which is inseparable from its appearance in Guitar Hero 3, and songs like Walkie Talkie Man, associated with Elite Beat Agents.
In round 1, Rhythm Masters will face Jack and Elmo.
The mad Japanese televisor, Nico Nico! Terebi-chan and all of Nico Nico Doga's users and memes are ganging up to bring mad tunes, with rips featuring sources popular on Nico Nico Doga, such as Ippon Manzoku, Promise, Kill Me Baby. Rips featuring music from popular late 2000s anime, such as Fua Fua Time, Hare Hare Yukai, or Luka Luka Night Fever. Popular anime sources used in MADs are, of course, also allowed, whether they are from a late 2000s anime or not. Vocaloids are also allowed, if they are, of course, popular on Nico Nico Doga.
In round 1, Nico Nico will face Metal Ajit Pai.
The future ruler of Congo Bongo Island, Donkey Kong! This gold-throated gorilla carries with him rips featuring music from the Donkey Kong Country cartoon and Donkey Kong games. Rips featuring music from pre-Microsoft Rareware games, such as Banjo-Kazooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day. And rips featuring monkey-related music, such as songs from Ape Escape or Bloons Tower Defense, and the song Adventure of a Lifetime by Coldplay. The MissingNo! This features such as rips featuring glitches, corruptions, and exploits, or of games particularly notable for glitches, such as Sonic 06. Rips featuring unused content from released games, or music from unreleased games. Rips featuring music associated with gaming creepypasta, like Sonic.exe and Ben Drowned. and rips featuring glitch hop and IDM music.
In round 1, MissingNo will face DJ Professor K.
Oh no! Repost this in 30 seconds, or you'll never be able to play Coltrane Changes again! It's the Jazz Cats! Shades Dupree, Tom Milkbowl Malone, and Svalonia Stonk's band includes jazz arrangements, rips featuring jazz standards, such as literally anything in the real book, rips featuring modern jazz and funk, such as songs by Lewis Cole and Wolfpack, which is jazz, and rips featuring music related to cats, such as The Lion Sleeps Tonight, Eye of the Tiger, and something that cats do very often, the lick.
In round 1, the Jazz Cats will face Adam Levine.
The one and only Marshall Mathers, aka Slim Shady, aka Eminem! Donning his salsa costume, he has some spicy sauces to offer you, like rips featuring songs written, performed, or majorly sampled by Eminem. Rips featuring songs by rappers who Eminem has frequently collaborated with, such as Dr. Dre or 50 Cent. And rips done in a salsa, flamenco, or mariachi style, like Eminem's brand new single, My Salsa.
In round 1, Eminem will face Donkey Kong.
The Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, and Headmastermind Monokuma crash into battle as Law and Disorder! These men of mystery have truly ultimate sources, including rips featuring music from the Ace Attorney and Danganronpa series, rips featuring music from other mystery-based games, such as the Professor Layton series and Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, and rips related to mysteries and court cases, such as the theme from The People's Court or music from Gravity Falls.
In round 1, Law and Disorder will face Papyrus.
So, that's everyone. Do you have a favorite or two? I hope you do, because now I'll show you how to vote for them. This time, we'll be starting matches 4 times a day, every 6 hours. At first, we'll also be posting 2 at a time, but this will slow down later. Each match lasts for 24 hours, so as long as you check in once a day around the same time, you'll be able to vote in them all. There will also be a 24-hour break between matches every 4th day, so you can catch your breath. The winner of each match is decided via a Google Forms poll. When a match begins, a video will be uploaded to the channel showing who is fighting who. Click the link in the video description to cast your vote. And be careful, once you lock your vote in, you cannot change it. Once the poll ends, the winner will be announced in another video on the channel. The most important thing to remember is to vote responsibly. Don't just vote for the character you like the most. Consider the types of rips they have to offer. Sometimes a character you may not like or care about may have the better music selection. Well, that about wraps up what you need to know to participate in the King for Another Day tournament. I hope you're as excited for the tournament finally happening as we are. Normally, this is where we'd ask you to be patient. But finally, it's safe for us to say that the tournament will truly be happening soon. With great pride, I would like to unveil the tournament's intro sequence. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you when the battle begins!
prepare for the worst, extinguishing thousands of lives for a chance to be first. On the battlefield they meet once again, foes both old and new, their fates hanging down from a thread that's severed by you. So who among them will emerge as a god? Persevering through fights, take one full time step forward. If you're here, you're the best of your kind. Only one can survive by the end of this war, and now we are tasked to resolve the question on everyone's mind: who will be the king?